Shalom, Kal Halal, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Bahashem Akakwadash, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them, that taught us his truth. And Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David to the Aqua that are listening and learning, being a pillar of rest, the 144,001 third, the hopeful elect of Israel. So the Spirit was on me to do a succinct and deliberate and speedy video connecting the dots to the famine of the word, all right, and how close we are and how far back it goes. This is Amos 11 and Amos 8 and 11, and I want to read it in the NIV. The days are coming, declares the sovereign Lord, when I will send a famine through the land, not a famine of food or a thirst for water, but a famine of hearing the words of the Lord. Okay? So, this devil knows that we're out here chanting down his kingdom. All right? Now, I'm not exactly sure how far this video, this clip goes back. There's only a minute of it, but this is the start. We're going to start here. And if you notice the name of this clip, it's called Tucker Carlson Meets the Elders of GMS. I believe this goes back to like 2012, maybe 2013-ish. Okay, in that era. But it goes back, it's 10 years old. Okay? 10 years old. This says 8 months, but if you understand, if you've been around this long, you know what this is. Anyway, so let's play this, okay? And it's only a minute and a half, right? But it's significant, and I'll show you why, all right? Because Tucker's in it. What are they talking about? The elder apostles, right? They were just the elders back then. But the elder apostles are teaching Tucker Carlson, right? So basically, the Most High is speaking to Tucker and telling him, you go tell your people at the top. Here's what the sovereign Lord says. All right, so we're going to watch this, and then immediately after, we're going to watch this. We're going to watch Gonzalo. Okay, so this is part one, where you got Tucker, right? And I made a video, right, not too long ago, a week or so ago, and I failed to put this clip in, so I'm going back. I got to put all the pieces of the puzzle together. I'm going to try to do it quickly. So here we go with this, all right? And this is what is going to cause the famine of the word. Because the truth, this is the one truth, 100% truth is going out. They got to stop it. So here we go.
Great Commission, right? Yes. He sent out the 12. And this is what he told the 12 to do. Go ahead.
Go not into the way of the Gentiles.
Hold up. Wait a minute. I thought we were supposed to save Gentiles. This is what the Lord said. This is what the Christ said. Go ahead.
And enter any of the city of the Samaritans into you not.
Now, he just encountered, we read about in St. John, the 4th chapter. He had that conversation with that Ethiopian woman, which was a Samaritan. That's why he said, don't go among the Samaritans, because there were Gentiles claiming to be Jews. So don't go to them either. Go ahead.
But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Go ahead.
And as you go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
So all the other nations are excluded.
That's right.
Including yourself if you're an Edomite.
Oh, I want that shot, Salakia. I want the shot where both Tucker and the elder apostle. See, look at them. They're looking at each other. That's all the proof you need. The elder Taz. I want this. Because they're both on there. See, sometimes, Jake needs a sign. Jake needs to see something. I didn't see that on there. Right? Well, right here you see the elder apostle and Tucker Carlson in the same picture. All right? Let's finish this up.
Jump down to the 18th verse.
Verse 18. And you shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake.
And we're coming to that to that part where we'll be brought before governors and kings. Why? Because Tucker is going to go back to those governors and those kings and tell them what the Most High is saying through his prophets. Okay? You can say what you want to, but this is what's going on in your face. Why is Tucker talking to the prophets of the Lord right there? Because God set that up.
For testimony against them and the Gentiles.
For testimony against them and the Gentiles.
So if you're an Edomite, there's nothing you can do.
There's nothing you can go to slavery. That's the only thing you can do.
That's only right, man.
We were enslaved under you.
We didn't have a choice.
Well, provided that you're an Edomite. If you're an Edomite, then you're going into slavery.
Now, see, the elder apostle didn't call him an Edomite. He said, if you're an Edomite. You understand? So what is happening right here comes directly down from the heavens. This conversation was from the heavens, whether you understand that or not. Okay? And you can go back and you can try to twist and bear false witness. Oh, he said this, and no, he said exactly what he said, and he was very matter of fact about it, and it was from the top down.
And for some
It's
reason,
not even worth worrying about. You're going.
if you're an Edomite, you're going into slavery. That's it.
That's it.
Period. So the only thing you can do is...
See, that's what Tucker was worried. What's the most thing that he's worried about? He's going into slavery. And there's no way around it. Right? This is very spiritual.
hope that you're an Israelite.
Here's open. Thanks,
Okay?
man. I appreciate
All right,
it.
nice meeting you, bro.
They're shaking hands. Okay, so he's going to take that information back to the top, to his people, right? How long ago was this? 10 years ago.
All right, take care.
What's an Edomite?
An Edomite is a so-called white man. But that doesn't mean at all. This guy right here, Great Commission.
Slovakia. Yeah. Crazy.
This guy right here.
Okay, so there's your Tucker
After
Carlson.
not pooping for 3 days.
There's your Tucker Carlson. Now let's go here. And we'll listen to this guy. All right.
Hey, how's it going? So, I'm Tucker Carlson.
So we're already talking about Tucker Carlson. This is last year, right? Okay. Now, he's bringing out Tucker, and he's going to bring out this situation, okay, which is
Great Commission.
Tucker talking to the Hebrew Israelites, and you can't get around that, okay? Here we have Tucker directly addressing who? Okay? Look at that. Look at that picture. I'm sure that I got this picture, but I'm going to get it again. Because that's important, right? You can act like you don't see that. Anyway, so from here to here, all right?
Hey, how's it going? So,
American censorship increasing. The slippery slope is undefeated. Gonzalo Lira again 8 months ago. What is he talking about?
I'm Tucker Carlson in the United States for my American viewers. And those of you outside the United States, you've probably seen clips of me. Tucker Carlson, who is a broadcaster on Fox News, and he's actually the only broadcaster on any of the legacy media who is trying to tell the truth about the things that are going on around the world.
Now, if he was telling the truth about the things that are going on around the world, he would first say, well, I met the Hebrew Israelites, and they taught me the truth, and even though I had a problem with it, they were some pretty cool guys. Okay? Not the things that this guy is going to say. He's going to demonize us, which is why he's 6 foot under right now, right? Because he should have learned the name of the Most High and stood firm, 10 toes down about his heritage. He's a Chilean, all right? I believe that's Zebulon, if I'm not mistaken. He's one of us. So
He was deeply troubled by the fact that there's this group of African Israelites, I think they are. It's this crazy ass group of guys who are African American who believe all kinds of nonsense. I mean, they're just like really out to lunch. And a lot of the things that they believe in are kind of outrageous and or despicable, you know. But
Now, the reason he said that is to put distance between himself and us because we're using his videos to bring out this truth. Right? That's how we all got linked together. Why is he talking about Tucker and us in the same breath? And then 10 years ago, I got video of the meeting. How does that all bring this together? Right now, this guy is deceased. He's deleted. Okay? What is this about? American censorship. So how is it that he got put down? Right? And we're still doing what we're doing. We're doing the same thing. From the top down. Tucker knows about us. Why is he acting like he don't?
the Biden administration is persecuting them because of free speech, because of
How does he know that the Biden administration is persecuting us? He's right. And why would they? He's asking a rhetorical question. And why would he be asking this question? See, this is no dummy. He knows what's going on. He's throwing a rhetorical question out, and he said, if these guys are just a bunch of crazies, right, and despicable, why is Biden going after them? Right? Well, right now he's going after you. He's going after Jordan Peterson, which are all, is not the United States giving money and arms and support to Ukraine? That's who took you down. And what about Jordan Peterson? All right. He's being taken down by who? Canada. These are who supports Canada, right? This same beast.
shit that they have said. And like little posters that they put up here and there that mean nothing. I mean, they're just a little radical, crazy ass outfit that has zero political impact.
Is that right? No. Got it wrong there, buddy. You're trying to diminish Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, who we actually work for. Now, how is it that 6 degrees of separation or whatever the fuck is going on right here? How is it that all these things come together? And now you were unprotected. Even Tucker's still alive.
Although they are fairly noticeable, but they're more like an amusement, really, than anything else. I mean, you can't take them seriously.
See? Yeah, you didn't take us seriously. And now, what happened? All right, they grabbed you up. Like they're going to grab, what happens to the prophets of God? Well, they go out and they say what they had to say, and then usually there's a plan to grab them up, to chop off their head, hang them upside down to stop them from what they're saying. You're not one, all right, because you went down like that, all right? And we're not going to see you on the chariot because you didn't stand firm. You should have stood firm. When you did that research, who's using my videos? Well, you clearly know, right? And what did you have to say about them? Nothing good. You diminished the prophets of the Lord, right? Instead of kind of like they did to Noah. When Noah was out there saying, hey, it's going to rain, they diminished it. Oh, whatever, Noah. And what happened? Now your ass is dead. And nothing against Gonzalo, right? But you did do your research and you found out who we are and what we're saying, and it didn't resonate with you, and then you were unprotected when you went to prison. Okay? All right? Even in death, even if they put you to death, you're still in good cause if you're there in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That's just what it is.
But the Biden administration is persecuting these people because of their speech. They haven't done anything. They haven't burned down a building like Black Lives Matter did back in.
Easy now. See how easy it is to skirt the line? Black Hebrew Israelites, but Black Lives Matter. Black what? Black what? All right.
20. Oh no. These guys, they just give their little speeches and their little bullshit and their little pamphlets, and that's it. And the Biden administration is persecuting them using the federal government to shut them down. Now, Tucker Carlson has been talking about this quite a bit, and with good reason, because this is the epitome of freedom of speech. To say something stupid and outrageous that most everybody disagrees with, but okay, fine. You do.
Yeah. What you disagree with is what it says in that Bible. Okay. You don't have to believe in God. You don't have to believe that we're speaking on his behalf, but you're going to watch everything that we say go down, including you being put to death. Okay? You weren't covered, right? You don't have the hedge about you that the angels are protecting. Okay? The angels encampeth around those that fear the Most High, and you clearly don't. So let him finish.
Kind of thing, right? On the flip side, Facebook is now censoring the Seymour Hersh story.
Okay, on the flip side. So we heard what he had. Why did he just equate Tucker Carlson with us? Okay. Now, who's this guy? Okay, well, he's the new face of Gonzalo. Gonzalo's gone now. But what are they doing? They're showing you that, look, if we don't like what you're saying, right, we could shut you down. We could send you to a re-education camp, right? You do whatever we want to. Let's watch this.
Either I'm wrong or the country is in trouble. Now, to tell you the truth, I would rather be wrong, but I've thought it through. It's like, okay, what did I do exactly? None of my clients complained. That has nothing to do with this. And I expressed my political opinions, which I have a right to do, which I believe were correct. And Canadians agree with this now. The last poll indicated that Canadians believe that Justin Trudeau is the worst prime minister we've ever had. Well, that was sort of my point a year ago. If I can't say that, and yet a majority of Canadians believe it to be true, and believe me, a lot more are going to believe that in the relatively near future, in what sense do I have anything even approximating freedom of speech? And if I can't have that opinion, and therefore, in principle, no one can, then what do we do when we're stuck with a prime minister, let's say, who everyone has decided is the worst prime minister the country's ever had? Either I'm wrong or the country is in trouble.
Okay, so where does this take us? All right, well, the days are coming, right? Amos 8 and 11 again. The days are coming, declares the sovereign Lord, when I will send a famine through the land, not a famine of food or a thirst for water, but the famine of hearing the words of the Lord. Okay? This is what's coming to an end. This is the target. Okay? The target is that truth coming out. The target is, well, I don't have a chance. I'm going into slavery. They don't want to hear that. Right? They don't want to hear this truth. Right? They sent a representative. Either he just walked down there on accident, or his superiors sent him down there. Might have a wire on, right? But we got to have the account, right? This is what they want to stop. They don't care about Jordan Peterson. They don't care about Gonzalo Lira, right? Now, Gonzalo knew something, clearly. He clearly knew something because he's putting the pieces of the puzzle together. All right? So I just wanted to show how those things come together and what's happening. What happened to this guy, right? Well, let's take a look. This is Revelation 2. Okay? Because the Bible tells us that these things are going to happen. That what happened to Gonzalo tells us that's going to happen to us. Revelation 11, Salakia. Revelation 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. What happened to Gonzalo, Lira? He was cast into prison. That ye may be tried. And they tried him. What does that mean? Well, they tortured him a little bit. They withheld some food. They let him get sick and wouldn't cure him. They wouldn't give him the proper care that he needed so that he can continue to live. Did that not happen to him? Okay. He had tribulation for a matter of time. He was in there for some months, right? Here's what he didn't have. Be thou faithful unto death. He was alive until he died, but he didn't have that faith. Be thou faithful until death. So all of this, we are instructed to understand that this is going to happen. You're going to go to prison, right? They're going to torture you, right? You're going to be tried in there. Trials and tribulations for a certain amount of time. You might even die. If you die and you have that faith, if you die faithfully, then you receive the crown, which is the win. Okay? And as a matter of dying in captivity like that, with all of that faith, right, intact, then you will, let's see, it's 1 Thessalonians 4, right? You're going to be on that chariot first, which this is hard to understand, but it is what it is. The return of the Lord is what we're talking about here. All right. Let's read this. This is Thessalonians 4 and 16. For the Lord himself, Yahweh Shem Shai, shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel and the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. What does that mean? Well, that means if you died in prison, right, faithfully, that's what this means. You had that faith in Hamashiach, then you're going to rise first. Rise, what do you mean rise first? That means meet the Lord in the air. Okay, you're going to be in the clouds, right? Caught up in the clouds first. You're going to rise first into the cloud, and then them which didn't die, right? They're going to meet you up there. Up where? In the clouds or on that spaceship. That's what the clouds is. Okay? So this is talking about the dead if you died in prison, right? For example. For example, if you died in prison, right, you're going to be there first. Okay? Shall rise first. Rise where? Up. Caught up together in them clouds. Right? You're already in there. And then if you don't die, if you're alive and remain, you'll be caught up and they will be up there in them clouds, which are those chariots, which are those spaceships that you ignorantly call UFOs. You'll be up there already because, and you'll get your crown as a result of that. All right? So that's going into that. But this is where it starts. This goes back 10 years. So they've been working on this campaign. What campaign? This campaign. This Gonzalo Lira campaign. Where's he? Right? because they've been hounding him for a couple of years, right? This, whatever resulted in his demise, they've been picking him up and incarcerating him now about this for a couple of years already. Okay, now back to this guy, right? Let's look at this. Slocky. I'm gonna play a little bit of this.
Where will we live?
Not this. This fucking doesn't matter how much you
In Canada, you are free to.
Okay, so this is Jordan Peterson off to re-education camp. Why? One day ago. Okay, whoever Viva Free, Fry, whatever this guy. Let's go up to 2. Let's go to right here. All right.
Coming from the Superior Court's decision when Dr. Jordan B. Peterson requested the review of the Administrative Tribunal's decision. This is a summary of the procedural posture and the state of the file. Citation: Peterson versus the College of Psychologists of Ontario, 2023, ONSC 4685. Reasons for decision from Shabbos J. Overview. When individuals join regulated professions, they do not lose their charter right to freedom of expression. At the same time, however, they take on obligations and must abide by the rules of the regulatory body that may limit their freedom of expression. This case raises the clash between a regulated clinical psychologist's right to speak in a certain manner and the regulator's power to require the member to moderate that speech.
That speech. What is this about? Freedom of speech. Okay. Freedom of expression. What is this about? What you can and you can't say. What speech do they want to prevent? This.
You can go to slavery. That's the only thing you can do.
That's only right, man.
We were enslaved under you.
We didn't have a choice.
Well, provided that you're an Edomite. If you're an Edomite, then you're going into slavery. If for some
It's
reason,
not even worth worrying about. You're gone.
if you're an Edomite, you're going into slavery. That's it.
That's it.
That's what they don't want. That hardcore truth. That's what this is about. Okay? He's crushed. He's crushed. His nuts are crushed. Okay? Unrighteous decrees. So after those 10 years, right, since here, you can best believe that to get to here, to get to Gonzalo, right, and put his ass away in prison and let him die because he wasn't being protected, you must have passed some grievous, right, oppressive laws, right, to keep him in there like that. Free speech don't mean nothing no more in Canada, in Ukraine, in the U.S., right? And who are they coming after? They're coming after the men of the Lord. Isaiah 10:1, woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed us. Let's read this in the NLT. What sorrow awaits the unjust judges and those who issue unfair laws, right? To deprive the poor of justice and deny the rights of the needy among my people. They prey on widows and take advantage of orphans. They don't want this word coming in. So they're changing the laws right now to do what? To incarcerate your ass, right? And become an offender for a word. Let's get that one. We'll go ahead. Let's see. I'm trying to keep it short. Offender for a word. Okay, and this is what they're doing. They're laying a snare for us that reprove in the gate. Isaiah 29:21. Let's see. Let me go back to 20. Isaiah 29:20. Let's see what that says real quick before I move forward. Let's see. Yeah, let's read 20. So Isaiah 29 and 20. For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off. That make a man an offender for a word. This is what they're doing right now. They're making us an offender for a word. And lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate. That's what they're doing. Here's them reproving in the gate. And he's going to go back and say, well, we need to change some laws here and grab these prophets up, right? So that's the snare. Lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of none. Let's read this in the NLT. Those who convict the innocent by their false testimony will disappear. A similar fate awaits those who use trickery to pervert justice and who tells lies to destroy the innocent. So they're making a campaign right now. They're categorizing us, saying that now Gonzalo came, and even though he, besmirched us, he came to our aid. He said they're not doing nothing wrong, right? So really he was speaking on our behalf, which might have he's not protected. He was speaking on our behalf, right, with no protection, right? This is what you want. Encampeth round about them that fear, then you want to fear the Most High. Psalm 34 and 7. The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them. Going into Peter, how Peter was delivered from where? From prison. He had guards all up in his butt watching him. Nigga, I'm finna handcuff myself to you so you can't get away. And he got away. How? The angel delivered him. All right. So I just wanted to go into that. Here comes the famine of the word. You can't get around Tucker. You can't get around Gonzalo, right? You can't get around these things, right, that are coming to pass here. All right. So with that, I just wanted to tie those things together. This is where it's going, right? And when we get pulled off the street, what does that mean? Let's get many fishers real quick. It means it's almost hunting season. Many fishers. And they shall fish them. Well, fishing season is almost over. That's all it means. Nothing to be afraid of. Jeremiah 16 and 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. Well, we're fishing. The fishing season is almost over. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. Right? Start with you top Edos. Come to get you. And you go head first into slavery, just like the elder apostle said. All right? So, yeah, fishing season is almost over. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close. We hope that the elector edify you brothers and sisters with that shalom.